ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji and Lakshman ji, they departed from Chitrakoot after taking permission from all the sages and saints there. And then they went to Atri Rishi's ashram and then proceeded to Sharabhanga Rishi's ashram, which we saw yesterday. There we saw the happenings, and at the end, Astutikara hi sakala muni brindha jayati pranatahita karuna kanda. Astuti, all these sages and saints After Sharabhanga Rishi gave himself to Agni Devata, and he was given the right place by Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. All the sages also spoke, extolled the glory of the Lord as well as Rishi Sharabhanga. Till here we saw yesterday, and that prasanga concludes there. Now we will proceed from where we had left. We had completed 4 chaupais in that in the section. We will continue from Puni Raghunatha. From there we will continue. This is in the 9th chaupai. All right. पुनि रघुनाथ चले बन आगे मुनि बर वृंदा विपुल संग लागे अस्ति समूह देखि रघुराया पूछी मुनि न लागी अति दाया जानत हूँ पूछिय कस स्वामी सब दरसी तुम अंतर जामी निशिचर निकर सकल मुनि खाए सुनि रघुबीर नयन जल छाए निशिचर हीन करऊ मही भुज उठाई पन कीन्ह सकल मुनि न के आश्रमनी जाई जाई सुख दीन सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। पुनि रघुनाथ चले बन आगे. भगवान श्री रामचंद्र जी along with Sita ji and Bharat ji, Lakshman ji proceeded further in the forest. Muni bara brinda vipula sangalage. Lot of groups of Munivara, all those sages and saints, they also followed him. Asti samuha dekhi raghuraya. At one place, suddenly, Ramchandra ji and others, they saw heaps of bones. Ramchandra ji got really, you can't put a word there. He was so taken aback seeing the heaps of bones, not 1 or 2 here and there. Then we can, if it is 1 or 2 here and there, we can always say some mriga was going on, it must have died, and something. Heaps, and not one heap, heaps, multiple heaps. Ramchandra ji was very, very, taken aback. Puchi Munini Lagi Atidaya. He spoke to the Munis and asked him, inquired, what is all this? And Janatahum Puchiya Kasaswami. The Muni says, hey Master, hey Rama, though you know everything, Janatahum Puchiya, how is that you ask all of us, hey Rama? Sabadarasi tuma antarjami. You are the one who sees everything everywhere, all over the universe. And you can read everybody's innermost heart. Antaryami. And you are asking us? Nisicharanikara sakala muni khaye. All the Rakshasas who are around, they have killed so many sadhus who had come here for tapascharya. They killed and they even eaten them. And the remains are these bones. Suni Raghubir Nayan Jalachaye. Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, when he heard that the Santa Sadhus have been eaten away by the Rakshasas, he was so grieved. His eyes was full of tears. Nisicharahin karavu mahi bhuja uthai panahin. That very minute, Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, he raised his hand and made a vow, a sankalpa. What? Nisichara karam. I will kill all the Nishicharas and make sure that this bhumi is completely devoid of Rakshasas. Sakala munina ke ashramani, jai jai sukadina. And after that, he went to every ashrama. Sakala munina, those people who had come, he went to everybody's ashrama, made them comfortable, and jai jai sukadina. Wherever he went, he only gave lots of joy, lots of comfort, and they were all so happy. Now comes very beautiful prasanga. We will read it first. Muni agasti kar shishya sujana nama suti chanarati bhagavana manakrama bachana rama pada sevak sapne huan bharosan devak प्रभु आगवनु श्रवण सुनि पावा करत मनोरथ आतुर धावा हे विधि दीन बंधु रघुराया मोसे सठ पर करिहि दाया सहित अनुज मोहि राम गोसाई मिलिहि निज सेवक की नाई मोरे जिय भरोस दृढ़ नाही भगति बिरति न ज्ञान मन माही नहीं सतसंग जोग जप जागा नहीं दृढ़ चरण कमल अनुरागा एक बानी करुणा निधान की सो प्रिय जाके गति न आन की हुई है सुफल आजु मम लोचन देखी बदन पंकज भव मोचन निर्भर प्रेम मगन मुनि ज्ञानी कहीं न जाई सो दशा भवानी. We will see till here and then proceed later. Muni agasti kar shishya sujana. There was this great Agastya Rishi. We have heard about Agastya Rishi, and he had a very, very learned, wise, simple, deep disciple. And who is a disciple? The one who abides by discipline alone can be called as a disciple. And the one who listens to the Guru, the one who calls himself as a disciple, is one who listens to the Guru uncompromisingly. One who listens to the Guru, come what may, not straying here or there, who listens to the Guru and abides by the Guru's instructions. Guru Vani is the most important in life. Naguror adhikam tattvam, naguror adhikam tapaha, ajnana timirandhasya, jnananjana shalakaya, tvameva mata cha pita. So many shlokas indicate the glory and the greatness of a guru. And this Shishya was a Parama Shishya, great Shishya of sage Agastya, very, very intelligent, Sujana. Nama Suti Chanarati Bhagavana. His name was in the Loka Bhasha Suti Chana, easy to spell. But what is his actual name? Sutikshna. His name was Sutikshna by name. Rati Bhagavana, who was a great lover of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji and who was reveling in the thought of Ramchandraji all the time. He was very intelligent, but not a dry intellect. See, we have lot of people in the world who claim themselves to be very intelligent and very dry. There is no, what do I call? There is no that beautiful moisture of devotion is not there. Very dry intellect. When you sit and sing bhajan, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, what is that? Kata, 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 making noise and creating. And then these people don't know how to sing also. In their own tune, they'll sing and it is up, 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 up. All this they say. I am a rational person. I am an intelligent person. I don't want all this. I am a very serious thinker. Such people, I tell you, cannot enjoy spirituality. Spirituality is such a beautiful thing in life. You have to enjoy that spirituality. When you don't enjoy spirituality, understand that there is no that beauty of love towards God, devotion towards God. Think. Mere knowledge is a dry experience. You will not enjoy. You may be intelligent. You may discriminate and that is right, this is wrong, this is the deepest thing, that and all that we may talk. But you cannot enjoy that spirituality. Knowledge without bhakti is dry. Bhakti without knowledge is mere sentiment, crying. Bhakti must be backed by the knowledge. Knowledge must be backed by bhakti. Gurudev very beautifully said during our course, Gurudev was taking Viveka Chudamani classes for all of us in our batch. At the time he said, you must speak to the world with love and care, the Shastras. Shankara Bhashya must be like the cushion. You must have it like the cushion. Meaning what? You must take recourse to that at the same time. While speaking, it is the love and care with which Jnanam must be spelled out. Jnanam must be given to common man. This love, when it is towards Bhagavan, is called devotion, bhakti. The same love, when it is directed towards baser, lower, cheaper, whims and fancies, people, etc., etc., it is called lust, passion, infatuation, etc. Love is the same, but when it is towards the lower, it is baser. When it is turned towards the higher, the same love is called devotion. And devotion is such that you will not ask anything. The baser love is that you have to ask, demand, beg. Swamiji, how can I live without my wife and children? Suffer. Suffer. That is the only word. Why? Living with wife and children also can be made beautiful when there is no demand. Living with wife and children can also be excellent when there is love without demand. It is possible. And the same love without any demand, but only for the sake of attaining Bhagavan, his charana. That love is called bhakti. And Sutikshna was such a brilliant, intelligent, wise student. At the same time, he had that ultimate love for Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Therefore, he fits into the right frame of a real disciple. Nama Sutichana Rati Bhagavana all the time. Now see these four qualifications. One, he must be disciplined by nature without any compromise. Then alone he can become a disciple. Two, he is a disciple of such a great master, Agastya Muni. Isn't it? Disciple of such a great master, he had extra qualification. Third, he is intelligent, not dry. He is sharp and very, very subtle. At the same time, filled with lot of bhakti. And then 4, the lover of God in thought, word and deed. Very, very completely committed to the feet of the Lord. These qualifications are extremely important for a Shishya to learn and abide. Sutishna was such a beautiful Shishya, such a wonderful Shishya for Agastya Muni. Now, there is one, what do you call it as a Paramparya Katha. There's one Katha which has been given about Sutikshna. What is that? Sutikshna was a very favorite disciple of Agastya Muni. He might have several other disciples also. He was a very favorite Shishya of Agastya Muni. And then the Gurukula Vasa got over. He finished studying all the Shastras of various kinds. Now, at the end of the course, we may say, Gurukula Vasa, we have certain very beautiful mantra in Taittiriya Upanishad. On the last day of the Gurukula Vasa, the Shishyas all chant. Vedamanuchyacharyon vasinamanusasti satyam vada dharmanchara swadhyaya anma pramadah आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव इत्यादि. The mantra goes on. On the last day, it is an occasion where the Shishyas offer Guru Dakshina to the Guru. Now the question comes, Swamiji, they were all in the Gurukula, they were not going and working outside. How will they give Guru Dakshina? It can be anything. They can go and bring some phala. They can go take alms of bhiksha and bring. Anything can be given. Now, Sutikshna wanted to give one Guru Dakshina to Agastya Muni. He goes and says, Hey Guru, you have taught me such wonderful knowledge. You have given me such wonderful knowledge. I don't know what I can give in return. But I want to give something as a Guru Dakshina. Please tell me, what shall I give? Because my mind is unable to think because of the love I have towards you, the devotion I have towards you, the kritagnyata bhava that I have towards you. Please tell me, you tell me what shall I give. Then the Guru says, why do you want to think of all that? Nothing is required. You were one of the best Shishya. I am extremely happy about you. Your commitment, your devotion is so beautiful. I am so happy. That is sufficient. I don't want anything. You go and continue your sadhana and gain the supreme knowledge. But then Shishya was a little adamant at that time. I want to give something. Whatever you ask, please ask. I want to give. When you insist several times, as though Guru also got a little angry. He said, okay, go. Bring Bhagavan Ramchandraji to our ashram. That is your Guru Dakshina. He just said, Guru just said, okay. But Sutishna took it so seriously. So he did namaskar And he went. How can I bring Ramchandraji to Guru? Now he has asked, I have to give him the Guru Dakshina. Therefore he goes and he sits under a tree and goes on taking the name of the Lord. He loses himself in the japa, nama japa of the Lord, singing bhajans of the Lord. He has no other thinking at all. In fact, several days he would not even go for bhiksha. He would live in reveling in the thought of Bhagavan alone. And while this happened, Mana, Krama, Bachana, Ramapada Sevaka. This Sutishna here, very interestingly, Tulsidasi writes, from now he doesn't write Shishya or Sutishna, he says Muni. He calls him a Muni only. To that extent, he became committed to that thought. In thought, word and deed, he became greatest Shishya, greatest devotee of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. And Sapanehu Ana Bharosana Devaka. Even in dream, he won't even think of another God. Now here another very important point we need to understand. When it is said, he had no faith in other things, it will, it has got two meanings. One meaning is, I don't have faith in you. That is not the meaning here. Here, he has faith only in Rama and he has nothing else to think about. So the question of not having faith in other gods does not arise. Only Rama, no Shiva, no Krishna, no nothing like that. His faith at the feet of Ramchandraji was so much, he did not require anybody else. And therefore, he had never thought about any other god. This Ekam is very, 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 very beautiful one. Ekante sukhamasyatam, paratare cheta samadhiyatam. Sadhana Panchakam. Acharya Shankara says, Ekante sukhamasyatam. One place you surrender and enjoy that very presence of the Lord in your own heart. Paratare, in that Supreme Lord who is in your heart, Chetaha, mind, Samadhiyatam, completely become one with it. Acharya Shankara says, for Sutishnaji, only Rama. He doesn't have to think about others. We have in our rooms, I remember in my home, when I was a small boy, we were living in Bengaluru, in a place called Alsuru. There was a puja room. Today we don't have puja corner also. Some place even Bhagavan is in Dibba. Not even a corner, huge room. And in that room, one whole wall, big room. I may not be able to tell the size and all. One full wall facing the east were only photos on photos and photos and photos of varieties of gods, and at the center again we had one altar and then all those materials, some gods also, parampara gods. It was you have food complex, you have malls in these days, like that there it was a god complex. Multiplicity of gods. And we are confused which god we should have as a Pradhana Devata, Ishta Devata. And when you take one agarbati, ting, 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 all you have to do. If you don't complete, then the other god will get angry. All these are our thoughts when we don't understand what God is. I remember in Mangaluru, while I was serving the earlier institution, this developer who constructed that beautiful Sharada Sannidhi of Chinmaya Mission in Mangaluru, that developer once he called me to his house, and I went to his house for Bhiksha. And his puja room was a small one. I always had a thought, we have such beautiful bedrooms, beautiful living room, excellent dining hall, extremely decorated, interiors are so wonderful. But the God's place is so small because I had lived in that big room, you see. One of the reasons, probably. This God's room will be very small. So I always wondered, what are foolish people? Bhagavan's room must be very nice and, spacious and things like that. But when I went there, I realized why that small room is sufficient. In his house, that room was hardly 4 by 3 or 3 by 4, whatever you may say. In that room, it was beautifully covered with a nice soft carpet, and at this one place, one small kutti stand, and on that Krishna's photo, not even full Krishna, just the bust. You have that Bala Krishna photo everywhere generally. That photo. One kutti lamp. That's all. And this man is such a successful person in the field, construction field. He stands almost first in the whole city there. He meditates from 3:30 to 5:30 every day and starts the work sitting there. That is bhakti. I don't mean to say people who have got a God complex do not have bhakti and all. No. Focus. Our bhakti should be thus focused to one, altar. And here, Manakrama Bachana Rama Pada Sevaka. He had no other thought except Ramchandraji's feet. And Sapanehu Ana Bharosana Devaka. They even in dream he would not think of any other deity. Prabhu Agavanu Shravana Sunipava Karata Manoratha Aturadhava. As soon as the news came that Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji is approaching in this way, he was so delighted, he didn't know how to handle that joy. Look at the beautiful explanation what Tulsi gives. He Bidhi Dina Bandhura Ghuraya. He says, Raghuraya Bhagavan, who is, Dina Bandhu, a befriender of all people who are helpless, who are meek in their life. And such a great Lord, Raghuraya, Mose Sathapara Kariya Hidaya. How is it that he is coming here to my ashram, and who am I? Satha. Satha means what? Dull-wit. Unintelligent. A foolish wretch like me. And how wonderful is he that he is showing grace on me. Such a wretched person I am. No, nothing I know, and he is coming here. My good heavens. Sahita Anuja Mohirama Gosai Mili Hahi Nija Sevaka Ki Nai. He says, Bhagavan Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji, of course Sitaji included, are coming. Will he accept me as his sevaka? Will I get the opportunity to do seva to Bhagavan? Will they accept me? More jiya bharosa dridha nahi bhagati birati na jnana manamahi. Sutikshanji says, More jiya bharosa dridha nahi. I have no unswerving faith on the Lord. He's got such faith, but he claims himself to be having no proper faith. And look at our condition. Oh, I am a great bhakta. I do this. I do 2.5 hours puja. And every day I can't even think of drinking even water without looking at the photo in my bedroom next to me. That photo must be there. Early morning, I must turn towards the right and look at him and then do namaskara. And then only I put my leg down. These, okay, we will give that marginal this one to them. But Sutishna ji, such a devotee of Bhagavan, such a great devotee of Bhagavan, he says, More jiya bharosa dridha nahi, dridha bharosa nahi. I don't have that dridha sankalpa, dridha faith in the Lord. Bhagati, devotion, birati, dispassion, na jnana. I don't have any wisdom. Mana mahi, there is nothing in my heart. I am such a dullwit. And to me he is coming. Nahi sat sang joga japa jaga, nahi dridha charan kamala anuraga. Such a great devotee Sutishna ji towards Ramchandra ji says, Nahi satsanga. I have not gone to any satsanga. He has completed a course under Agastya Rishi, please note. And he says, Nahi satsanga. It is not to disqualify or demean this one. From the heart of hearts. Now the mind says, I am not that qualified. Even though he is richly qualified. It only indicates that humility. The humility in a devotee is a primary eligibility to be a bhakta. Nahi satsanga, na yoga, there is no yoga, no japa, no yajna yagadi karma, jaga, nothing I have done. Nahi dridha charana kamala anuraga, I don't have even that much of love towards his charana kamala, his lotus feet. I don't even have that. एक बानी करुणा निधान की सो प्रिय जाके गति न आन की. I only bank on that all merciful Lord, that characteristic of all merciful Lord. What is the characteristic? He holds his devotee so close to him, and who depends on him alone, he holds that devotee so close to him. We have seen so many devotees, and we will also see much more devotees in this katha. That is a quality of Bhagavan. That is the very nature of Bhagavan. Is it not? And Rama is his only security. No other God. It is like a child. Now the child in this world, any child, mother is the highest security. While walking on the road also, the mother gives a little finger to the child. Pakado. And that child holding this little finger is so confident. And it will talk its own and then go. One hand is holding. The legs go here, the hands and all. And it will talk by its own. It will look at people and then it will smile and then it will look at. So many things it will do. But it has no fear at all. Bhayam gata bhavati. There is no bhaya. Why? It is holding the mother's little finger. That kind of a security that child has, even if it is hold a person like Mike Tyson or Dara Singh, Bruce Lee, even if those people come in front and says, don't worry, I will take care, the child will not have trust in them. Child will not have faith in him. But the mother's little finger is sufficient. Look at the amount of trust and faith the child has, that it has no concern whatsoever. Let anything be. Why? Amma is there. Amma will take care. Father is there. Appa will take care. Think. As long as I am with my Papa, I have no problem in the world. Look at the confidence level. This is the confidence level we need towards our Guru, towards our Bhagavan. As long as we don't have this kind of depth in our devotion, in trust, bhakti towards our Guru or towards our Bhagavan, we will remain where we are. Look at Sutishna. The amount of trust he has in Bhagavan. Hoi hai sufal aju mamalochana. Now, he says, this is the trust I have because this is the nature he has who protects me, who will protect me, and that inspires me. That very hope, that very trust inspires me, and this trust has brought the reward today that Bhagavan is coming. And it is true. Trust alone will bring Bhagavan. None of your other dramas or natakas will bring Bhagavan to you. With due respects, please. We may do so many things. Golden Bhagavan we may bring. Golden Mantapa we may have. 123 varieties of Naivedyam. Oh, whatever you name it, you may have it. But if that little thing, what is that little thing? Actually, that is the only thing required. That is the trust. And Dekhi Badana Pankaja Bhavamochana. That trust it has got rewarded today by the very sight of the lotus feet of the Lord. Dekhi Badana, his Pankaja, that lotus face. Bhavamochana, it is going to remove the very samsara in me. It will relieve me of all samsara, of worldly existence, transmigration. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Now it is not there. Once I see Bhagavan's face. Nirbhara prema magana muni jnani. And what he had is Nirbhara prema. The similar word you will also almost half of the line is the same in Sundarakanda. Nirbhara prema magana Hanumana. Sitaji blesses Hanumanji there. And here Nirbhara prema magana Muni Jnani. See, Sutishna ji, who is the Shishya of Agastya ji, Tulsi Das ji now takes him as Muni Jnani. One is the learning is over, but more than that, it is the quality of the Shishya, which the writer considers him as a Muni, as a Jnani. Kahi na jai so dasa bhavani. Hey Bhavani, now Shivji is talking about him to Parvati ji. Kahi na jai, it just cannot be explained. It is beyond all quality of explanation. I will take maybe 5 or 10 minutes today being the last day. I would like to complete this prasanga, therefore I may take a little extra time. Please be with me. Continuing, now see what happens. Disi arubi disi pantha nahi sujha, ko mein chale wo kahan nahi bujha. कबहु कफिरी पाछे पुनि जाई, कबहु का नृत्य करई गुण गाई, अबिरल प्रेम भगत मुनि पाई, प्रभु देखौं तरु ओट लुकाई, अतिशय प्रीति देखी रघुबीरा, प्रगटे हृदय हरन भव भीरा मुनि मग माझ अचल होई बैसा पुलक शरीर पनस फल जैसा तब रघुनाथ निकट चली आए देखी दशा निज जन मन भाये मुनि ही राम बहु भांति जगावा जागन ध्यान जनित सुख पावा भूप रूप तब राम दुरावा हृदय चतुर्भुज रूप दिखावा मुनि अकुलाई उठा तब कैसे बिकलहीन मनि फनि बर जैसे आगे देखी राम तन श्यामा सीता अनुज सहित सुख धामा परे उलकुट इव चरण निलागी प्रेम मगन मुनि बर बड़बागी बुझ विशाल गही लिए उठाई परम प्रीति राखे उरलाई मुनि मिलत अस सोह कृपाला कनक तरुहि जनु भेट तमाला राम बदनु बिलोक मुनि ठाढ़ा मानहु चेत्र माझलिखि काढ़ा तब मुनि हृदय धीर धरी गहि पद बारहि बार निज आश्रम प्रभु आनि करी पूजा विविध प्रकार सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। दिसी अरु विदिसी पंथ नहीं सूजा। Sutishna ji, he forgot the whole world. He had no idea of the directions. He even did not have what is happening just at the center around him. Nor he could make any track to walk. He was in such a trance as though को में चले वो कहाँ नहीं बूझा. He did not know who he himself was. That an amount of joy which he himself has forgotten himself. कबहु का फिरी पाछे पुनि जाई, कबहु का नृत्य करई गुण गाई. He was running. Which direction he did not know from where Bhagavan would come. He just went on running. Kabahu kapiri pache. Some direction he will take, one direction, he will run. And suddenly he will turn and walk back into the same direction. Kabahu ka nitya, suddenly he will stand, he will start dancing, thinking of Bhagavan. Gunagayi, suddenly he will talk, he will sing the glory of Bhagavan in probably poetry. In Bhagavatam, Rauti Gayati Nrityati. The statement is there. A devotee, when he goes deep into that ecstatic, experience, this is what happened. Rauti, Gayati, Nrityati. He will dance, he will sing, he will go hither and thither. What he doesn't know where to go, what to do. Abhiral prema bhagati muni pai. The sage Agastya ji, he had already gifted him with the deepest devotion. He has already gained that. That intense love towards Bhagavan was blessed by Agastya Muni. Prabhu dekho taru ota lukai. And Bhagavan quietly came. He saw. He watched Sutishna ji. And Bhagavan was also so happy, so delighted. He did not want that joy in Sutishna ji to end as though, therefore, he went behind a tree. He hid himself behind a tree. Prabhu dekhau taru otalukai. Behind a tree, he went and hid himself to see him. Atisaya priti dekhi raghubira pragate hridaya harana bhava bhira. Ramchandra ji, who dispels the fear of transmigration. Atisaya priti dekhi raghubira pragate hridaya harana bhava bhira. The one who dispels bhava, samsara, he was hidden behind, and then he experienced that excessive love of Sutishna ji towards himself, and slowly he revealed himself in the heart of Sutishna, not physically outside, in the heart of Sutishna, pragate hridaya, in his heart. And how did he show himself? Muni maga majha chala hoi baisa. The sage, Sutishna ji, he was motionless at one point. Suddenly he sat down. In the middle of the land, in the middle of the road, he sat down. Mani maga maja achala hoi baisa. He just sat down and he went into what is called as Saguna Samadhi. Another one is Nirguna Samadhi. Here he went into Saguna Samadhi. What is Saguna Samadhi? Samadhi wherein he went into only the thought of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Pulaka Sarira Panasapala Jaisa. Pulaka Sarira, his body was bristling, the body, there was so much of horripilation. And how was the horripilation? Very beautiful example is given. Panasa phala jaisa. What is panasa phala? Jackfruit. You have seen jackfruit, is it not? Long, full of the top layer is only thorns. Erect, standing erect like, isn't it? Panasa phala, jackfruit. I know it will be funny, but then I will. The common man understands such things more easily, you see what to do. There was an advertisement. Now, these days, I don't see that advertisement. Center Fresh, that small, mint kind of thing you eat. The moment he goes inside, everybody's hair stands erect like that. Have you seen that? Similar. Everything was standing like that, like the fruit, jackfruit. All antennas open straight. Tab Raghunath Nikata Chala Aye. Bhagavan slowly brought himself nearer. You see, earlier, what a beautiful presentation. Earlier, Bhakta wanted to see Bhagavan. Is it not? Bhakta was eager to see Bhagavan. And here you see, Bhagavan wanted to see Bhakta. So much of eagerness in Bhagavan to see the Bhakta, his bhakti. As though restless, in a manner of saying, why? He has come to know that Bhagavan is coming. If tomorrow, why tomorrow today? If somebody comes and tells us, you know what? Bhagavan is coming to your house at 10 o'clock today. How will you be? Today our case is different. Bhagavan is coming at 10 o'clock. What are you talking? We have no trust. We have no faith. First of all, we have no faith in ourselves. And then we definitely have no faith. See, right now, here, Vigrahas are there. Let us suppose we do puja to the Vigrahas. What is our understanding? There are Vigrahas of Rama Parivara and I am performing puja to the Vigrahas of Rama Parivara. We have no trust that Rama is there. Think. Whereas Sutikshnji, he was very sure that Rama is going to come. When he was told, Dekhi dasani ja janamana bhaye, looking at the delight of that sage, even Bhagavan was so touched. Looking at his devotee, Munihi Rama bahu bhati jagava, jagana dhyana janita sukha pava. Sri Ramchandraji, that's Sutishji, he sat down in the center of the road and he went into such a bhava samadhi, saguna bhava samadhi, that he did not even realize that Bhagavan has come in front of him. So Bhagavan tried to wake him up. Hello, Sutishna, wake up. I have come. You wake up. You would not get up. Jagana dhyana janita sukha pava. He was lost in that ecstasy of dhyana, in the ecstasy of oneness with Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Remember, it is called Saguna Samadhi, not Nirguna Samadhi. Bhupa Rupa Tab Rama Durava. Then Ramchandraji, he was, he withdrew his, kingly, that particular look or whatever, guys, he withdrew. Panav Sayakar, Chap, Ragu Chap, Panav Sayaka, Charu Chapam, Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham, we chant, isn't it? Hridaya Chaturbhuja Rupa Dekhava. What did Ramchandraji do? In the heart of Sutishna, he gave the Rupa of Chaturbhuja, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Vishnu Rupa. He gave that darshana to him in his heart. Why? He is not opening the eyes. So in the heart he gave that darshana. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Muni akulai utha tab kaise? Muni, Sutishna, remember, Muni here means Sutishna ji, not Agastya ji. He got up with great agony, in a manner of saying anger, very disturbed, perplexed. Why? He wanted to see Ramchandraji with, Dhanushpani Ramchandraji. He did not want to see Vishnu Bhagavan. Earlier we saw, for him Rama only everything, even Vishnu only is Rama. But then Vishnu does not make sense to him, for him only Rama is required. Therefore, why did he give in this darshan of Mahavishnu? I wanted Rama only. So that is the depth. See, depth, if it is too deep, sometimes it can, erupt in very many ways. The same love only, same devotion only erupts in very many ways. And here there is a saying, Tulsi Das ji went to Vrindavan. When he went to Vrindavan, Shri Krishna ji's place, when he went there, he saw Krishna, flute and then one peacock feather. What is this? Where is my Rama? In Vrindavan, where is Rama? Krishna only will be there. But is there a difference? There is no difference. All are one and the same. But then he looks for Rama there. Or Samartha Ramdas, he went to Pandharpur. And in Pandharpur, Vithala is standing like this. He says, what are you standing? Where is your bow and arrow? Where is Sita ji? Lakshman ji? There you won't find, isn't it? For them, only Rama alone is a truth. Similarly for him, Sutikshni, only Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, Bikalahina mani phani bar jaise. He was going restless, like how? Like that serpent which has lost its money. Aage dekhi Ramatan Syama, Sita Anuja Sahita Sukadama. But seeing before him, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji in his beautiful dark complexioned form, Sita Anuja Sahita, along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji, Sukhadama, is a very abode of all sukha. Parevula kuta iva charana nilagi, prema magana muni barabada bagi. When Bhagavan gave him the right darshana, what he wanted, Sutishnaji was so, it is inexplicable. And look at that, Parevu, Lakuta Eva Charan Lagi. He fell at the feet of Ramchandraji. How? Like how a stick you keep and leave your hand, tap, it will fall. Similarly, he fell at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Prema Magana, he was completely taken over by that love towards Bhagavan. Muni Badabagi, even Bhagavan was so overwhelmed with the affection of Sutikshnaji. Bhuja Visala Gahiliye Uthai. Bhuja Visala, long arms Ramchandraji had. He lifted Sutikshnaji and Parama Preeti Rakhe Uralai, with so much of love, he brought Sutikshnaji and embraced him tightly. Munihi milata asasoha kripala, kanakataruhi janu bheta tamala. While embracing the sage Sutikshna, Bhagavan Kripala Shri Ramchandraji, Kanakataruhi janu bheta tamala. He was like the tamala tree. Tamala tree is one particular tree. Of course, we all have not seen, cannot be somewhere, it is somewhere available. It is of the color of blue. And Ramchandraji was of the dark blue color. And tamala tree hugging, a tree of gold. Sutishnaji. It was like Tamala tree hugging the tree of gold. Rama badanu biloka muni thada, manahu chitra majhalahi kada, lakhi kada. Sutishnaji, he started seeing Bhagavan's face and he was completely, still. He went on looking at Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's face like what? Manahu Chitra Majhalaki Kada. It was like he stood like a picture, non-moving, there is no movement at all. And Tabamuni Hridaya Dhira Dhari Gahi Pada Barahi Bhara. And slowly Sutishnaji brought that, that sense in his body, which was almost, still. Slowly he brought courage and he clasped the feet of Bhagavan again and again. Nijashrama Prabhuvani Kari Puja Bibidha Prakara. Then he conducted Bhagavan, Sri Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji, Sitaji to his hermit, to his kutira, and offered him all kinds of homage, puja, padaseva, everything he offered. And now, the next is the most beautiful Sutishna Stuti, which we will take up in the next series. The first day of the next series will start with Sutikshna Stuti. Very beautiful Stuti on Bhagavan. We will see in the next series. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. We invoke Bhagavan's grace and blessings on all, and we will conclude this series to meet on the 16th of August with Sutikshna Stuti. Alright. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। नमः। हरिः ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।